just take a couple of breaths and just find the earth beneath you. And support that it offers. This week, we are done with our sacred rest practice, and we are kind of taking a little, just a week of a new theme. So we're just grounding this week. This is the perfect time for us to shift into the depths of the fall. October, the end of October marks the full end of summer, right? So we're in this time of seeing all of the leaves fall and the earth changing, and I thought this was a great opportunity for us to really ground and settle into this season. So when we ground in our practice, it brings awareness back to our body. It helps us connect with the present moment. It helps us to feel rooted into the space that we're in, into this season, and we can nurture our sense of stability. So maybe bringing to mind here the ways that you can foster a sense of stability. What are your grounding practices? And if you aren't sure, that's okay. Just starting to draw awareness to that. This season also invites us to reflect on letting go and making space for what is to come. This week in particular, we are moving into the energy of a Scorpio new moon, which is a bold invitation for us to really look deeply at the things that we need to let go of. It's a really transformative new moon, and it's an ask for us to peel back the layers and to think about something that's been coming forward for you that you need to let go of to make space. In our practice today, maybe imagine each exhale as a gentle release. This can be a release of energy habits, something that you need to reframe, need to rework, a pattern, belief system. And each inhale invites a sense of stable energy. Envisioning our roots deepening into the earth, offering strength and resilience as our external world begins to shift. If there is an intention that you would like to set for your practice today, think about seeding that in the heart center. Then when you are ready, we'll come into tabletop. Making your way upright into tabletop, our knees stacked under our hips and our wrists under our shoulders. Move through some cat-cows just to get our bodies moving, work out some of the tension. So inhaling, drawing the heart center forward, our gaze rises, our tailbone rises. Exhale, pressing into the earth, rounding the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, drop the belly, heart center shines forward. Exhale, press into the earth, connect with the stability of the earth beneath you. Inhale, coming into cow, opening the heart, tailbone rises, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Just move through these at your own pace. Connect with the breath. The inhale and exhale. Find a pattern of breath that feels good to you, feels effortless. Begin to explore the layers of the body. Where are we holding tension? Is there any place that feels stuck or stiff? And can we invite those places to soften? Coming back through center, let's tuck the toes and just walk the hands back until you feel a gentle stretch in the bottom of the feet, the soles of our feet. Thinking of our toes as little tap roots reaching into the earth, grounding us here. We won't be here too long, and you can have your hands planted on the earth, or you can walk them up, coming into an upright position. This is a little more of a stretch in the soles of the feet and the toes. And release and just tap the feet out on the earth. If there's anything that you're frustrated about today, maybe tap a little harder. Get it out, release it. Okay, let's bring the big toes together, knees to the edges of the mat. Send the hips back and find child's pose. Bringing the chest and the belly towards the earth or to your bolster or pillow. Maybe you want to bring a block to place your forehead, bringing the earth a little closer to you. Breathing into the belly here. Deep breaths into the belly. We'll be using some affirmations. And our first one is, I am grounded, centered, and secure in this moment. Feel into the support beneath you. I am grounded, centered, and secure in this moment. Each exhale, think about the hips sinking towards the earth.
Connecting with that line of energy from the crown of your head to the base of your spine. I am grounded, centered, and secure in this moment. Really gaze towards the hands. Walk the hands back towards the body, gently coming up all the way. We'll take our blanket or a towel, whatever you have, if you're at home, and we're going to roll it up and place it along the hips. So I'm just going to lay down. That's just going to rest along the front of the hips. This is a restorative posture, and we'll come all the way down to the mat and rest our forehead on our forearms. The blanket is supporting us and helping to gently and hopefully not painfully release the psoas muscle. So this is someplace that's kind of difficult to release. but this is a restorative posture that can help us to access our parasympathetic nervous system, to calm our nervous system so that we feel safe and supported. So we're just breathing here naturally. Just follow whatever the rhythm is of your breath. Just inviting that release through the front of the hips. Draw the hands under the shoulders, pressing back and releasing that blanket to the side. Bring our block close by and find a brief tabletop, but we'll be moving into pigeon, drawing the right knee forward towards the right wrist, opening that right hip up as we draw the left ankle or right ankle forward. And you can place a block under your hip. Your right shin doesn't need to be parallel to the front of the mat. It can be wherever you want it to be that feels comfortable for you. If you'd like to bring your bolster up, you can rest your forearms on the bolster. You can place them on the mat. That's a little deeper. So just feel into what feels like a good stretch for you, someplace that you can find stillness and feel supported here. If you have that block under the right hip, it might give you some space to play around with where you want that leg to be. The more parallel your shin is to the top of the mat, the deeper that stretch is going to be. We want the hips to feel somewhat level here. So check in with your hips. See if you need to sink that left hip down a little to feel into the right hip and find some stability there. And once you're there, we're just breathing into that space. Feel into the sensations that are arising on the right side of the body. Notice what's there. If there's anything that's coming up, sometimes our hips hold memories, can hold trauma that we haven't expressed or released in some way. So if something's coming up for you, just holding a space of compassion there. Not judging it, just giving it some space to breathe. If there's something you need to release, to let go of, just think about that exhale, carrying that energy towards the earth beneath you. Place the hands under the shoulders, remove the prop to the side, release the right leg, maybe take a brief child's pose here, just to reset before moving to the opposite side. And when you're ready, coming back through tabletop, draw the left knee towards the left wrist. Swinging that left ankle around and placing the block under the hip. Let that right leg come out long. Make any adjustments that you need to make to feel stable and supported here. And when you're ready, finding stillness, becoming aware of the left hip. This is a part of our roots. This space can kind of get backed up with energy. We feel some tightness in our hips, something we're holding on to. You may notice that one side feels a little more open than the other. That's normal. Nothing to judge, just to draw awareness and be curious about. Our next affirmation, I release what no longer serves me. I release what no longer serves me. Draw the hands under the shoulders, release the block to the side. Release that left leg and come all the way down to the mat, to your belly, into Sphinx pose. Your forearms pressed into the mat. Let all of the tension and tightness in our hips and legs let go and release. Resting our hips and our bellies on the mat. Draw the shoulder blades together and open the heart center. Your gaze can come in front of you between your hands, slightly upward, or you can let your head hang a little here, drawing towards the earth. We're focusing our breath here in the belly and in the chest and lungs. Let our roots rest. Our hips don't need to be doing anything. Our legs don't need to be doing anything here. And as we breathe, taking in energy, cleansing breath through the nose, filling the chest and lungs, then the belly. Exhaling, let the pressure of the belly against the earth or against your mat release the breath through the belly first, and the chest and lungs. And repeat this at your own pace, filling the chest and lungs, then the belly, and exhaling in the opposite direction, releasing the belly, then the chest and lungs. Follow this breath as it travels through the heart space, through our solar plexus, and even our sacral and our root, as the breath fills the entire body. Exhaling, releasing any energies that no longer serve you. As we move through the space of the solar plexus in our bellies, this is our power center, our internal battery, our sun, our source of life force energy. Is there something here that is keeping you from accessing this place of vitality? Something that's holding you back from accessing your power. Use this time to explore this landscape. If at any time you need to come all the way down to your mat, to your forearms, feel free to do so. Exhale, lower all the way down if you weren't there already. Take a few breaths, let go of that breath pattern and just let it flow organically. We'll thread the needle from Sphinx pose. So bring the left hand out, press into the mat, thread the right arm through, coming to rest on the right shoulder. You can bring a block forward to the top of your mat or your bolster to rest your head. And just invite that right shoulder to soften. If you're holding any tension here, see if you can let the exhale release that tension from the right shoulder. Our affirmation here: I embrace the cycle of change with peace and resilience. I embrace this cycle of change with peace and resilience. Draw the left hand under the left shoulder. Slowly unwind, coming back through center, and pausing before moving to the other side. Draw the right hand out, pressing into the mat, threading the left arm through and resting on the left shoulder. Let the weight of your body towards the mat, towards the earth, open the left shoulder, breathing into this space and inviting that release. Shoulders softening with each exhale, letting go of anything you're holding here. Right hand under the right shoulder, slowly unwinding, pausing in center. Draw both hands under the shoulders and press back. Find easy seated pose. Sukhasana. We'll just take some easy seated twists here. So inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, place the left hand on the right knee. Right hand comes to the earth next to you. Lengthening on the inhale and on the exhale, drawing our navel towards the spine, deepening that twist just a little if it feels good to you. Finding a place where you can feel grounded and stable. Our roots reaching into the earth, our crown reaching skyward. Our gaze comes over the right shoulder or towards the right. Breathing into the belly here. Just inviting a release of anything that maybe came up as we were breathing into the belly earlier. Anything around accessing our power, our confidence, our strength. If there's still tension being held here, asking it to be softened, let go. Exhale, slowly unwind back through center. Walk the hands out. Let the spine round and the head hang heavy. Take about 5 breaths here. On your last inhale, walking the hands back, all the way up, uncross the legs and cross them the opposite direction. Taking that twist on the opposite side, reaching up skyward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand plants on the mat. Inhale, lengthen, reaching the crown. Exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine gently, twisting and opening up to the left side. Breathing naturally here. Find a comfortable place for your breath to flow towards the belly. Our affirmation here: with every breath, I find stability within myself. With every breath, I find stability within myself. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, unwind. Go ahead and find Shavasana, laying down with your head facing the front of the room. Whatever's comfortable for you. You can have your knees bent or legs out long, letting the feet fall open. Arms at your sides, palms facing up to receive and palms facing down to ground. If there's any excess energy lingering, placing the palms towards the earth and guiding that energy there. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose and exhale, release. Again, in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out with a sound. Let the breath settle and flow organically. Feel the earth beneath you, supporting you once more. This is where you started your practice. This is where you return to the grounding presence supporting you. Begin to let go of your practice, anything that did or didn't happen as expected. Inviting it to be perfect, to be unique to today. Every time we show up to our mats, we are a new person. Our bodies move in a different way. We breathe in a different way. And it's not better or worse. It's just how it is in this moment. Come back to your intention if you set one at the beginning of practice. Just drawing awareness, giving your body time to integrate all of the work that you did today. Bring the hands to the heart center. Deepen the breath, cultivating a moment of gratitude for bodies that can move through this practice in any way, people to practice with, thanking yourself for carving out the time to show up and meet yourself on the mat in any way. Thank you so much for joining me for this grounding practice, carrying us into this next season. It is my wish that you carry the benefit of this practice throughout the evening, the rest of your week, and beyond. Thank you.